Dave, my first winner was going to be Boston, but I think I'm going to change it a little bit here. I kind of like Memphis's moves. Like, I get it. Ja Morant is this big, dark cloud hanging over the Grizzlies, and with the suspension for 25 games, whatever it is. But Marcus Smart, man, he fits that culture perfectly. Adds to that is a huge addition to life. I mean, if you're going to lose Dylan Brooks, but then add Marcus Smart, to me, big upgrade. Derrick Rose, that is a sneaky pickup for them. I'm not even talking about production. I'm just talking about his influence on that locker room. I like those moves. Bringing back Desmond Bane. I think Jaren Jackson could take another leap forward this season, especially with Ja Morant out. They lose Tyus Jones, who I think arguably was the best backup point guard in the league. But to pick up Marcus Smart, man, I think I like that Memphis move. Dave, on my losing side, to me, it's the Rockets. I mean, they had a ton of cap space, and all we kept hearing about was, the Rockets are going to be a player. Could they get James Harden? Are they going to possibly be in on some other star to add to this young mix of talent that they have? What is Ime Udoka going to do? I like Fred VanVleet, but that is a massive number, and I get it. You got to spend the cash. I totally understand that. But, man, that is a lot of money for Fred VanVleet, and then a lot of money for Dylan Brooks. Like, I also get it. They need like a veteran who's going to come in there that's going to teach these guys to compete, that's going to teach these guys to play hard. But I don't know, man, the way that things ended with Memphis, if Memphis didn't like you, okay, a team that's built on really hard grit defense, and now you add Dylan Brooks to a locker room where you have a lot of young, impressionable guys on that type of money too, I don't know, man. I just thought they could have done a lot better. I was a little disappointed in the Rockets moves. Who's your, down team in free agency?
Well, a certain fan base is going to have fun with this one, I'm sure.
Oh, no, don't do it, Dave. Don't do it, Dave. Don't do it, Dave.
The Denver Nuggets?
The Denver Nuggets? Wait, are they going to get to the Western Conference?
I just don't see it. I mean, listen, I have grown repeatedly for my view of how the Western Conference Finals were going to go.
Wait. I'm texting Michael Malone right now. I can feel him steaming on the other end.
And the Denver Nuggets are a worthy champion, and what a run they had. And they're going to be a really, really good team next year. They will go into the year as the favorites. I view them as the favorites. That said, not a good start to free agency for the Denver Nuggets. And considering how high the stakes are, they are my biggest loser of free agency thus far, because they had all the motivation in the world to return, to try to defend that championship. They lost two major pieces in Bruce Brown, Brucey B. Hey, Michael, you told us Brucey B ain't going anywhere. No, you're wrong. Brucey B is going to Indy, and he is no longer a member of your team. And boy, was he so vital in so many areas for you on both ends of the court during your championship run. And Jeff Green, again, was a right place at the right time type of guy, heady veteran, certainly his off-court influence as much of a part of the alchemy of that team than what he actually did on the 94 by 50. He goes to Houston as well. And listen, Reggie Jackson certainly had his moments with the Clippers, and he didn't get a ton of time because they had Bruce Brown. So, in terms of, you're not left with nothing, and you can also give a bigger role to Christian Brown, as we saw throughout the postseason. He earned more and more and more. But this is the type of situation where we've seen it with NBA champions of the past. It's hard to hold on to everything. We saw with the Lakers after 2020. They didn't have Alex Caruso 2 more years after that, because it was time for him to go get paid the same way Bruce Brown did this summer. And I'm not so sure that the moves they've made subsequently have filled that gap. Now, of course, they still have maybe the best starting 5 in all of basketball. They have one of the most dominant players of this generation in Nikola Jokic, and they are going to be in great position to get back to where they were. But I don't think they got better
Well, I think they would say they liked what they saw in Christian Brown, and they think he's ready for a bigger role. Peyton Watson, another guy that we didn't see a lot of playing time in the season, but they're very high on. And then maybe Reggie Jackson steps in and gives them some big minutes. And they drafted 3 guys that, were basically college veterans in Julian Strother, Jalen Pickett, and Hunter Tyson. So maybe one of those guys becomes another Christian Brown. And Michael Malone just texted me back, Dave, and said, if you don't like it, you can stuff it up your pipe and smoke it. Okay, Dave? No, he did not. I'm just making that up. But yeah, I feel you. I mean, look, I think the Nuggets obviously feel like if they can stay healthy, Nikola Jokic would do all the damage, and they just kind of need really. I mean, Michael Malone plays 3 guys off the bench. He just needs 3 guys. Christian Brown's one of them already, so he just needs 2 other guys basically to be.
Well, he plays 3 guys off the bench when he tries to get wins 1 through 16. But over the 82 game regular season, you need to get to be in that spot. And obviously they were the number 1 team in the West last year, and that helped them.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.